Hello everyone. Today we are playing round 2 of the Cockatrice Open League for Frontier. I am playing my newly updated Atarka Red with Cavalcade of Calamity, while my opponent is playing a Sultai Control list. This is going to be extremely interesting as this has a ton of early game removal. Come on, damn it. We need to win the duel. They have a lot. We would have liked to been on the draw. Let's see, this hand. This is a one-lander, so we need to rip land. But they also mulligan, so if we mulligan here, I'm happy. Gonna mulligan. Now this is a much better hand. We can move the mountain to the bottom. We can do turn 1 Bomat Courier with fire rounding up ruins. I do like this hand much more. I'm looking at bottoming this mountain as we have Bloodstained Mire and, well, we can just bottom the Stomping Ground because we can always just fetch it off with Bloodstained Mire on a later turn. We also have Flame of Cloud, so once our hand gets empty, we can refill. This is a keep. Now we're just waiting for our opponent. We'll move this to the bottom of the library. We can always fetch it out. We do turn 1 Mountain, Bomat Courier. They're probably looking for some sort of early game interaction. They do play a tap land, so we will pass the turn, we will untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. Another Bomat cell. This is actually pretty good. They can play a Seda Wayfinder, but we will play Mountain and play Bomat Courier. We should be in main phase. Go to combat. We swing in for 1. And we'll move the top card of our library. We'll play that top card face down on top of the Bomat Courier. Because we're tapped down, I'm going to pass the turn. Luckily, if they have a Fatal Push, next turn we can do Bomat number 2. I don't want to overextend because there's a high chance for board wipes and removal. Well, specifically board wipes. He has 3 copies of Languish in the main deck. It appears that they don't have another creature, but they could have something. We'll untap, go to upkeep, draw for turn. It's another land. What could they have for 2 mana? They can have 1 copy of Negate, 3 Growth Spiral. They can Growth Spiral for a land and ramp. I think I want to play Cavalcade this turn and try to get next turn Flame of Kel, which means we will be playing Ronin Up, Bloodstained Mire. So this turn we play Run Up Excavator, play Cavalcade. Next turn we Flame of Kel plus Bomat Courier. Just so we can get into the double spell territory faster. Yeah, I like doing that. So we'll play Run Up Ruins. We will tap 2 for a Cavalcade of Calamity. This will resolve. Fortunately, we will move this to the graveyard. So anyway, we can flip this. Unfortunately not, but we will move it to exile instead. So they do get a Watery Grave, and it's unfortunately not that we aren't doing anything this turn. Our goal next turn is to Flame of Kel plus Bomat. Try and get that double spell. So he's ending the turn. He is tapped out, so we get to untap, draw for turn. This 10th Street. I think I do want to get a Stomping Ground so I can Bomat Courier plus. Or I can actually wait because I could end of turn and then next turn guaranteed to double spell, because if they have Languish, I want the option to discard this. So we would definitely play Bloodstained Mire. We would tap these two, paying a life to cast. No, we don't have to pay a life, because we can cast Bomat plus 10th Street. Start combat. We will attack for 4. We will play the top card face down. And then we will go to end step. Now this does leave us vulnerable to a Languish. But he did look at that pretty quickly. It was a land. Is this Languish? This is Languish. I think I'm fine with this, with these two just dying. So this is a weird spot, because I think the Flame of Kel is going to give us more upside quickly, and this 0-14, so we need to have some sort of combo turn in order to do anything successfully. But they are tapped out, so we will get a Stomping Ground. Going to play tapped. It's shuffled. We do get to untap, upkeep, we draw for turn. It is a Fanatical Firebrand. So this turn we have Run Up Ruins. We have Fanatical Firebrand to swing in for 2. We can go to second main. to cast Flame of Keld. And end the turn. Next turn we get to restock our hand, hopefully. They don't have a land. They are tapping out for what? Death Sprout on that. Okay. We do get a land tapped. And play a land tapped. So we get to untap, upkeep, and draw card for turn. We also get to add another counter to this in our main phase to draw 2 more. And then we will play another Flame of Keld and pass the turn. They don't have it appears that they don't have any sort of Assassin's Trophy. They have 1 Fatal Push and may not be enough. But it is a Sailor Wayfinder, which does help. So if we hit triple creature, they can push 1. But they do put a Sabotage or Ghost Power Dig Through Time for Fatal Push. So is that the second? That is the second Fatal Push. They only have 1 Language. They could have 2 more. Based on this, they have at least 1 Assassin's Trophy. So we do get to untap, upkeep, draw a card for turn. Then we get to add a counter here in the main phase. And then add a counter here, draw 2. We can play both of these. So Chandra, 0, swing in for lethal. They have to kill something. Yeah, okay. They could have their 1 copy of Negate or Sinister Sabotage. So we will play Chandra. Well, rather here first. Looks like they have a Negate. They have a Dig Through Time. So if Chandra resolves, we should have the win even through 1 removal spell. If not, we can... Do we want to hold on to Atarka's command? That's also another question. There we go. Make 2 elementals at the beginning of combat. we will attack. We got there even without it. Okay, as far as sideboard, what's going to come in? Oh, I don't like Spitfire, even though it is one of the larger threats. So as far as cards, I'm looking at Roast to come in. I like Frost on with the body. What doesn't feel good? Tin Street doesn't feel good. Then again, it's a haste. I think I want to adjust my spells. I think cutting 2 Flame of Kells is good. I think I want to just kill faster. Yes, that was a nut, but they were about to turn the corner at that point. So I could see doing that. As far as Chainwhirler, this is not the matchup. Froston is a maybe. Does stop their life gain. It gets around some of the removal. Carry Zevs is okay at best. Question is, do I want Froston? I mean, how much life gain do they have in this deck? They have none main deck, main board, sideboard. I'm gonna bring in 2 Warping Rails, 2 Cries, and 2 Kalitas. They literally only have 2 cards for life gain, so I don't. While Froston's nice, I don't think it's gonna be too significant. Sin Divines, they do have a lot of spells, but they don't have artifacts and enchantments. They have 1 search for as content main, and I expect it to stay the same. So I think I like the sideboard plan. I think I still like Spitfire with Frostodon. And I think I still like as the 1-drops, even though Tin Street's probably the weakest. That's why there's only 3. Let's go. He should be on the play. So we get to draw 7 cards. Yeah, we're gonna keep this hand. This has turn 1 Monastery, turn 2 Fanatical. They did mull down to 6. We do get to draw another Monastery's First Sphere. I think we save our Fanatical Firebrands for the State of Wayfinders. And I do kind of want to save my life total a bit. So this will be a Fanatical Firebrand, which is fine. Like, if they really want to push this, I'm fine with that. We have a second one. It doesn't truly matter. And we will then pass turn. There's not much we really want to do turn 1. Just play a 1-drop with haste. Maybe it changes based on what we want to do. Like, maybe Monastery's Sphere would have been better. But they did keep a super slow hand, so I'm happy by this. And we drew a lightning strike. We really need to hit a land next turn. I mean, if they cry next, they can cry us next turn. So I think there's a debate just to go Cavalcade, swing in for 2, hold up creatures, because it's technically the same. Well, it's actually 1 point less of damage short. What can I do after? I think if I hit a land next turn, I want to keep my monasteries for spears. So do I want Cavalcade or Swift Spear plus Firebrand? Well, no matter what, Stomping Ground is coming into play untapped. If we don't have a land next turn, what are we doing? Well, if we monasteries for spear, if we do double because the other option is we can also do double monasteries for spear, attack in for 3, and then next turn we only have one. We don't have good 1-mana spells. I really think I want to hold it up for in case they have Cryocanarium, just for some sort of protection. Because why else would they keep this hand? They have a 3 fatal push. They gotta have some sort of sweeper in hand if they kept this slow of a hand. And if that's the case, I want to play Cavalcade, swing in for 2, and then get in my damage quickly. Like, I think I want to do that. Let's play Cavalcade. Go to combat, swing in for 1, or 2 technically, for the end step. So we do get to pass, so we get to untap, draw for turn. That is an Atarka's command, which is good, just not what I wanted. This is 6 damage. I think at this point we have to commit since it's only showing 1 black source. So, ale. So if they're only showing 1 black source, at this point I think we have to commit to the board. We have a pretty good hand afterwards. We have a Roast, a Monastery Spear, Lightning Strike, and a Atarka's Command, which is still a solid hand with the Cavalcade on board. So we will play Finagle Firebrand, and we will play a Monastery Swift Spear. Go to combat. Maybe they have Languish. Either they have Languish, we can next turn, we just need to hit a land drop. Land drop, Monasteries for Spear, attack in for 2, then pump it with Lightning Strike. Or, no, pump with Atarka's Command maybe at that point. Because it's 3. It's a lot of damage. But he is just allowing us to untap with 3 creatures. So we get to untap, draw a land. This is perfect. They just dead. So we will play a land, play a Swift Spear. what are you targeting? You're targeting that? I mean, I'm just gonna allow this to resolve. This means they are at 3. They did have the 1 of negate. However, if we untap, we can just win. If we untap without board state, we straight up win. This is cry. Wow, they needed a second black source. So that was really good on our part. Game 1, we basically squeaked by at the end, being able to get a double flame account on battlefield, which is always the nut with it. Game 2, they got mana screwed, and this deck punishes you hardly if you get mana screwed. Well, that's round 2. We're currently 2-0 with this deck. I mean, had they just drawn another a black source, they would have just won. So, or they would have cried. Like, I was trying to play around cried most of the time, especially on that turn to the 3 second turn, because I felt like they kept that specifically for that reason. Like, they had cry, Kalidas, languish. Like, I would have played. I was playing around sweeper number 1. Had they done sweeper number 2, I definitely would not have, because at that point you have to go all out, or else you're not going to win. But that is the match. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.